Today we're going to be talking about a hand I played on Tuesday morning at Barbara Hudson's live club, the Vanderbilt Club in Raleigh. Hope that you guys will come out and play that uh, often. We're getting back to face-to-face live play, and the local clubs definitely need your help. So grab a partner and get on out there. You can play some hands like this. So the topic of today, we'll be talking a little bit about how to use losing trick count. We will talk about how to spot an opportunity for an end play, and how to manage your trumps. And all of this is going to start with counting your tricks and forming a plan at trick one. It's important you do that before you eliminate some of the possibilities for yourself. So let's go to the bidding. I held the East cards. John Cobb was my partner. He held the West cards. I opened a spade with the East cards. This is a perfect time to incorporate losing trick count with the West hand. So what you want to do is, given that you've got a spade fit at this point, count your losers. There are 3 losers in spades, 2 in hearts is 5, and you're going to count 1.5 losers for each minor suit. Okay, you're going to give yourself that half bonus for aces. Aces are good cards. Queens are generally bad cards when they're not with other high cards. So we get half a credit loser for the aces, and it makes the West hand worth a total of 8 losers. 3 spades, 2 hearts, 1.5 in each minor is 8. 8 is the perfect number for making an invitational bid when your partner has opened and you have a fit. So naturally enough, he made the 3 spade call. True, it's only 9 points, but you do have 2 aces, you have a doubleton, and you have 9 trumps here. So definitely worth a limit raise to 3 spades. East can apply the same sort of losing trick count logic. And the idea is that a minimum opening hand contains 7 losers. If your partner invites and you've got anything extra, so like less than, fewer than 7 losers, you're going to definitely be considering accepting that game invite. So here we have 2 hearts, we have 1 diamond, and we have 2.5 clubs to go with our 0 losers in the trump suit. That's 5.5. What losing trick count tells me is that I'm actually a trick and a half better than I might have been, certainly enough to accept the invite and not enough to go slamming. So we just go ahead and bid 4 spades with this hand. Now, South led a diamond against me away from the jack third. That looks like a normal enough lead. I would not want to lead away from either of these kings here. In general, I'm a pretty passive opening leader against normal sounding auctions, and this one sounds pretty, vanilla. I don't want to lead away from any of my kings here, my unsupported kings. One idea to put out there is that when you know the opponents have 9 trumps, if you are considering leading a trump, like in this case, one of the reasons you wouldn't lead a trump in general is that you're afraid of picking up the queen in your partner's hand. Like, one of the danger things about leading a trump is you're breaking a suit for declare that's like ace jack fourth in one hand and king 10 fourth in the other, and you are obviating that guess for declare. But keep in mind, and this is just going with a general idea of like, think about what's going on around the table when you make a lead. Here, the opponents have told you they have 9 trumps, and if you've got 2 of them, your partner's max is 2, so you can't really be upsetting partner's queen of trumps or really any trump position, right? If partner has, say, something like queen X, declare's got 9 trumps and is going to play for the drop almost always anyway. Right. So if the auction sounded like you wanted to lead a trump, or if everything else just really was bad about your hand and you wanted to lead a trump but had a fear of picking up partner's queen, keep in mind that if they have 9 or 10 trumps and you've got 2 small, you can't really be destroying the trump position. Right. You can't really be giving away your partner's hand. So South did lead a diamond here, and what we're going to do is turn on the double dummy, and it's going to show you that heart and spade lead will actually lead to the defeat of this contract if everyone plays correctly. Diamond lead is going to give us a chance to make the contract, and that's the path we're going to go down from here. So we hit show double dummy. You'll see that the minor suit cards lead to making the contract. The major suit cards lead to down 1 for declare. So we'll go ahead and lead this diamond, and we'll talk about things from East's perspective playing the hand. Now, if we count tricks, we have 6 spades, we have the ace of clubs, we have the ace of diamonds, and then we've got some other possibilities. Like, we could rough the 4th round of clubs in the dummy, or they could be 3-3. And the normal play in this suit, when you just got the ace and the queen, those are kind of your only important cards. The 9 has a little bit of weight. We'll talk about that in just a second. Normally what you would do is just lead to the ace and then back towards the queen and cross your fingers that the king was with north. This lead has presented us with some other options, but in a vacuum, we had the 6 spades, the ace of diamonds, the ace of clubs is 8. We can try leading a club towards our queen, and eventually the 13th club is going to be good, or we can rough it the dummy. So we're looking at 9 tricks. We have the 2 heart losers. We have potentially 2 club losers. So first blush, this looks like the whole thing is on where the king of clubs is, but we can do a little bit better than that because of some key features of this hand. So we're going to talk about why this hand is ripe for a strip and end play. A couple of things that are just like flashing neon signs to me about this might be an end play hand. A, we've got a bunch of trumps. Okay, we've got enough trumps that if they break 2-1, I can pull some trump and still have trumps left in both hands. So that's one thing that tips me off that this might be an end play hand. Second, we have a side suit with the same number of cards / losers in both hands. We have a mirrored outside suit, they would call it, and that's the heart suit here, right? So if I play 2 rounds of hearts, the opponents won't be able to, like once the trumps are drawn and there's a trump in both hands, the opponents won't be able to play a 3rd round of hearts safely because it'll be a rough sluff for me. Okay, so that ingredient is here also. And another ingredient I like to have in the search for an end play, or like the flashing sign that this might be an end play hand, is that I have a suit, the 4th suit here, the club suit, that I don't want to play on my own. Like if they force me to play this club suit on my own, I'm going to lay down the ace of clubs and then lead one towards the queen and just cross my fingers. But perhaps we can do a little bit better than that with end play technique. So what we're going to do, no matter what we do, is go up with the ace of diamonds. I'll turn this double dummy back on. It says go up with the ace. It's great play, Sherlock. And what it's going to tell us to do at trick 2 is that we need to start roughing this diamond suit out. So a key element of the strip and end play is that we are going to eliminate this diamond side suit. We're going to pull the trumps such that we have trumps left in both hands when all this is done. And then we're going to throw them in with our heart losers when they have no safe red exit cards. And to do that, we have to get rid of this diamond suit first. Entries are precious to the West hand if we want to rough out this diamond suit. Therefore, we're going to have to take this opportunity right here, this entry, to start roughing things to our hands. And the double dummy will corroborate that, right? It says that playing a diamond at this point leads to making the contract. Everything else is down 1. So we play a diamond to our hand. Here's the second place you can get hung up. We need the 9 and the 6 of spades so that we have extra entries to the dummy. So the idea is that we need to rough this diamond suit out. We're going to use the 9 of spades as an entry to the 10 of trump. That's going to pull 1 round. Then we're going to rough another diamond. And then eventually we're going to use the 6 to go to the 8. That's all great, Lance, you might say. I can do that later, right? Well, you better think about that right now, because you'll notice that if you rough low, right, the 9 and 6 of spades, if you don't notice this feature of the hand, you're going down 1. They both have red 1s, but we need to rough high. And we're going to go ahead and use this 9 of spades as an entry to the 10. Okay, this is serving 2 functions. And notice again, you have to overtake the 9 with the 10 because we desperately need the entries. Serving 2 functions. It's drawing 2 of the opponent's outstanding 3 trumps, and it's getting us that precious entry to dummy. Why? Because we want to lead a diamond. They have the green equal signs by them. So we do that. We're going to have to rough high again. Look at that 6 of spades. It's down 1. And our work is almost complete. We need to go back to the dummy, pulling the last trump in the process, and rough our last diamond. And you'll notice it's the only one with a green equal sign. All these plays have been 100% necessary at each turn. We had to start roughing diamonds. We had to rough them high. We had to pull trump. We had to keep on roughing diamonds. The point of this is we don't want the opponents to have a diamond left in their hand that they can play once we give them their 2 hearts. Because if we leave north with, say, the king or queen of diamonds here, all she's going to do when she gets in with the ace of hearts is shrug and play a diamond and it's no good to us, right? It's not a rough slough yet. So we go ahead and rough this, and we've reached one of the critical junctures. So you've eliminated the diamonds. You've stripped the hand of safe diamond exit cards. You've pulled the trump, and now it's time to give the opponents their heart winners. Okay, so what actually happened at my table was South won the second round of hearts instead of the first. You can actually do better by letting North win the second round of hearts. You can declare a problem. So what happened at my table, I'll show you that first, was that North won the first heart and exited a heart. And now South's in, and I just claimed at this point, right? If she leads a heart or a diamond, I can pitch a club loser from the west hand, rough it in the east hand. Then I only have one club loser. If she plays a club, I can just duck in the dummy, right? My queen becomes a trick. So I can claim 4 of the last 5 tricks at this point, the way it was played. Let's show you how they would defend it optimally. Optimally, when I play that first round of hearts, South would actually win because she doesn't want to lead clubs from her hand. That's going to have to happen eventually. She plays a heart. And again, the stage is set. North can't lead a red card because I rough it in the east hand and pitch a club loser on the west. So what she has to do is play a club. And now I'm going to have to do some guessing, right? I'm going to have to guess who has the king of clubs is the main thing. So if I guess that North has it at this point, what I want to do is go up queen, okay, and then play a club to the ace and concede a club. If I think that South has it, the only thing I have to do here is duck the 5. And now we're right back to the position where South is end played. So if I decide that I want to play South for the king of clubs, that's what I do. Perhaps North could make it a little bit trickier for me by leading the jack. That might end up being the trickiest thing she could do. I would have to cover that. And then again, she would be end played, this time away from the 10. So you're going to have to guess what the club position is, but you're not going to do any worse than just in a vacuum play of bang down the ace of clubs and lean 1 towards the queen. You've got end play possibilities. You've got missed defense possibilities. The other possibility you have is that you could play the king of clubs to be doubleton, and in that case, you would win the ace of clubs on the first round, exit a small club, and the person who started with king x of clubs would now be end played because she wouldn't have any clubs left, no trumps left, and she'd have to give you a rough slough with a red card. Okay, so hope you've enjoyed this video. It's declare play technique 1. We combined a bunch of our tools here, losing trick count to bid the hand, recognizing that West is definitely worth a limit raise, how to spot an elimination and then execute it. You got to be careful and form a plan at trick 1 so that you know that entries are short. You're going to need those entries to pull off the elimination. That means that we've got to rough diamonds at trick 2. We've got to rough high to preserve our small trumps as entries to the west hand. And yeah, that's it. And again, like the cards could have been laid out such that there was nothing I could do. But certainly, like, I didn't give up anything here, and you get some extra possibilities by stripping the hand. The key things that made me think this might be a strip and end play hand was excess of trumps in both hands. I had 6 in one, 4 in the other, a mirrored outside suit, queen X opposite jack X, a suit that I didn't want to play myself, and the entries to eliminate the 4th suit. So this declare play technique video is brought to you by the Atlanta Braves 5-game winning streak. Hope you'll join us at the Raleigh Bridge Club in person on Thursday night and at Barbara's Club Thursday morning. Online tonight at the RBC. That's Tuesday nights and Sunday nights. And yeah, hope this sharpens up your declare play technique. This is a nice one to have in your bag of tools. Talk to you guys soon. Miss all y'all. See you soon.